for changing my voice. So in this section of Deuteronomy 4, we see that it helps you understand that all the idolatry you see these days, right? Jews following mere craftsmen, mere militaries, Freemasonry. They're following corporations. They're following their synagogues that aren't right with God, that don't even accept Christ. They're following the churches. Some are following the mosques. They do not know what they are doing. They are idolaters. And they're being played like the devil plays his fiddle. So the Torah is a play on words for harat, the Quran, kor, in. That's how it's played. So how do we understand what the wordplay is actually mean? Well, if they're not obeying God through me, they choose to go into the world, to return to the dust and to not go to heaven. The Bible's Bible because that's how they're playing it. Look at America. Look at the churches. They're Baalists. Protestants, Catholics, Orthodox, you name it. They worship Baal. They worship this world, and they use mere psychology and follow their mere worldly family lines and the worldly Satanists who started their factions of Christianity. Catholicism, Baptist, Mormon, Amish, you name it, all started by Satanists. I'm 100% certain of this. I've studied them. I know them by their works, by their rebellion, by their extreme cowardice. Only Satan is so much of a coward that that his followers and him refuse to obey God at this very critical time. Pentecostal, Adventist, Lutheran, all of them, all the churches, everyone outside the divine order is a coward. In Deuteronomy 4, it warned them. It said, if you do not keep the covenant, you will perish from the land. The covenant isn't guaranteed. When he said you, he didn't say, well, some of you were maybe, he said all of you, any of you, to whomever it may apply. Like John the Baptist said to them in the New Testament, he said, look, you idiots, from these stones, God can raise up offspring for Abraham. Your flesh does not mean that you're the offspring of Abraham. Abraham's a character in the story, bottom line. That's why the essence of the law is to do unto others you would have them do unto you. Not you must follow the Jews because of their flesh. That's stupid. Imagine an idiot who thinks that. They're following Anton LaVey, following some random rabbi in a synagogue because they like the way they say things, or because everyone else is sabotaged. Maybe they look a little more intellectual. That's stupid as hell. Who's that dumb? Only trash that are going to hell. When I say who's that dumb, I don't mean that I can't possibly imagine people are that dumb. Oh my goodness, I see idiots all day, every day, on the internet, all over the world. The Lord thy God is a consuming fire, and your wickedness causes God to burn your souls. And your souls have been cooking for a long time. Take a good look in the mirror. Look into your eyes. See through the nonsense games you play with psychology and technology, trying to make it so you seem holy or something. Look into who you really are. See, your soul's on fire. Burning because of your cowardice, because of your pettiness, because you're earth-hugging cowards. Jew and Gentile alike. If it is anti-Semitic or anti-racial, any race, because I'm criticizing all the races, and I'm criticizing the LGBT, I'm criticizing everyone else, except for my parents are blameless. Whatever you would call that, if it's fair to call it that, then that's what I am. I despise anyone who is cheating me out of my right to lead. If somebody kidnapped your child, would you not hate them? And the person who would just pray instead of feeling angry, is he not an idiot? When Christ is the character in the story, said, bring your children to me or they'll be lost forever. You think he didn't feel any kind of way about it? The Bible says Christ was indignant. Then there's the moneylenders. There's the heavenly warrior defeating the beast. Now how much more when you're cheating Christ out of his right to lead, because your children are just children. They're just the children of rebels. Why should I care about them at all? They're going to grow to be vipers, to join a brood of vipers, to be rapacious wolves. Why should I give the first damn about them? Why should I give a damn about them? But I do care that you are cheating God. And we'll get into it in this playlist that you're cursed for that. You're cursed for interfering with these videos, causing that ringing sound in my ear. You're cursed from going through the motions of pretending I'm crazy. Okay, that's part of the tactics they're using to provoke me. People don't walk up to me and say, you're crazy. It's been a while since somebody said in the comments, hey, that sounds crazy. But every once in a long time, someone does for good measure. In between hundreds, if not thousands of people responding to me in a way that reflects that they know I'm sane. You sniveling worms, I might add, pretending that Christ is crazy. You shameless dogs. In a life that is short, you're afraid to obey God. You're afraid to obey God because you want yourselves and your children to be some old, decrepit demon, giggling like a punk, indulging in shallow stuff. Reminds me of Shallow Hal and Corny Collins, shallow stuff. Very shallow. More shallow than, a comedy movie or something. You want to indulge in just stupid frat boy, stupid stuff. You want your kids to make the same mistake you do. Many of you grow old and you look guilty as hell. Why then do you lead your families to make the same mistake you're making? And then they often say things like, what do you want us to do? What do you think I want you to do? I must have said it 1,000 times by now. I want you to rally and obey God through me. You say, we can't because we're not allowed to. That means you're a punk. That means you're a coward. If someone has a gun to your head, as Christ says, I don't care about the situation. You rally, okay, you get shot in the head trying to rally. If you don't, you are a coward.